Hi everyone, and welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for being with me today. It's great to have you here. While everyone is jumping on, I'll just bring this up on my iPad and on my computer so that I can see all of your comments there. So let's bring it up on my computer first. And let's hope that everything is working well today. Last week we had a little bit of a glitchy happening, but I had all the family home last week and they're not today. There's only me and Amber at home at the moment, so hopefully all will be well because we won't have too much drain on the internet today. So let me just refresh my screen over here so that I can see all of your comments. And that's happening. As you're jumping on, say hi. Let me know that you're here. It's always great to chat with you. And makes it so much more fun. Hey, Rose. How are you? Great to have you here today. Hi, Kathleen. Great to have you with us. All right. So what is my computer doing? My computer has frozen. Well, that's not helpful, is it? Let me just tip that camera down again. I think I missed my... Oh, hey, Athena. Oh, you're still working? Okay, we won't tell anyone. Great to have you with us. All right, my screen has come back up. There we go. Oh, sorry. I'll just mute that. There we go. Oh, good. Okay, good. So I can see Megan's here too. Hey, Megan. How you going? Great to have you here today. So we got Megan and Rose and Kathleen and Athena and Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Great to have you here today. How are you? Let's see. Have I missed anybody else? I'm just looking over to the side at my computer screen. It's the most reliable for, usually, touch wood, usually the most reliable for comments. My iPad, they disappear, so I've always got to tap on the screen, which is gets a little bit annoying sometimes, and I miss things when they come through. Oh, Megan got a paper share today, and she's loving all the new DSP, and now she can see which ones she wants to order full packs of. That's awesome. I love paper shares for that reason, because you get a sampling of all the different papers, and then you can choose your favorites and then order some more. So that's great. And awesome. So how was everybody's weekend? Let me know. Now, as you are commenting, I'll just let you know that if you're watching live today, you'll see the little red live button up the top there in the top left-hand corner. So you'll know that you're live with me today. If you don't see that, then you're probably watching this on the replay later on. Excuse me, I've got a little frog in my throat. I go live every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time that is where you are. So every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock, unless I notify you otherwise if something comes up that's important or urgent or I'm not well or whatever. Otherwise, I'm here every Monday. I also do upload this to my YouTube channel. So those of you that are watching on my YouTube channel, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad to have you with us. And please feel free to leave me a comment. And if you like what you see, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then if you click on the little bell icon as well, you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So you'll see that down, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see that down below the video here on the right-hand side. So check out for that. Now, if you're not already following me on my Facebook page, please click on like and follow and be following me on my Facebook page. I don't know what's going on with my throat right now. Oh, yes, I do. I just ate yogurt. Probably not the best thing to have dairy right before I'm going to be speaking. I didn't think about that actually when I ate it. I thought, quick, what's something quick I can eat before I start filming? Let me take a little sip of water and just clear my throat a little bit. I'll read comments while I'm doing that. Megan says she thinks the He's a Man and the Sun Prince DSPs are her favorite at the moment. Awesome. Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? Actually, I love most of the papers. You know, we always have our favorites when new designer series papers come out. And I do have my favorites, but the majority of them I really like. There's one there was one that wasn't as much me. I still like it, but it wasn't as much me or what I would normally create with, but I will create with it though as well, and I'll probably end up falling in love with it, which is what usually happens. Tina Marie's here too. Hello, great to have you with us. How are you today? So tell me, everyone, a little bit about your weekend. I would love to know how it was. On Saturday, I held my first Cards and Cuppa Zoom class, which was lots of fun, and we had a few come along, and we had a couple of others that were going to come that couldn't end up joining us, but that's okay. Hopefully they'll make it next month. So I'm planning on doing that every month. So I'll be advertising next month's one in about a week or so to give everyone time to order their kits ready for the class. So yeah, it was lots of fun. We just spent a couple of hours chilling, just enjoying each other's company and chatting as we created our kits. And we had quite a few different kits that were created on the day. So that was lots of fun. So yeah. And yes, Megan was with me. Megan just said, you know how I spent a couple of hours on Saturday? Yes, she was with us during my Cards and Cuppa. So it was lots of fun. Yeah, so that was my Saturday pretty much, and then by the time I finished on there, then I had some other things I had to do and all of that. And then yesterday, so Sundays is my day off. It's my only day off usually, and so I try to catch up on sleep and just have a relaxing day, a bit of me time. And my girls actually went out for the day, so it was just John and I at home. Our son was out as well, and it was just John and I at home looking after little Callie. But I was trying to nap, but I'd gone to bed really late the night before, which is nothing new for me. I'm a bit of a night owl, and so I normally sleep late in the morning. But everyone was coming and going because the girls got up and went out early. They went into the city to the aquarium for the day. Sea Life Aquarium at Darling Harbour. They went in there for the day, and then my husband went out, and then he came back, and then our son went out, and then he came back. And so I'm trying to nap, and every time somebody's coming or going, Callie gets up and she starts barking and carrying on, and then it takes a while. So I think by the time I got a decent sleep, I finally got up at about, I don't know what it was, about 1 o'clock or 1:30 or something. I'd finally got back to sleep and had a decent sleep, and she actually slept in the craft room with me, because I had a little nap in the craft room yesterday rather than upstairs in my bed, because I can't carry her up the stairs. And when the girls aren't here, I can't be carrying her up and down. And so I thought I'll just nap while the bed's here, because the bed in the craft room is going this week. It's going to be, I'll be getting my other desk back in here, because now I can walk the stairs. Anyway, so yes, so I did get a bit of a nap in the end. And then the rest of the day I just potted around. I didn't really do much of anything, bits and pieces, that's about it. So it was nice relaxing day. All right, let me catch up on some of these other comments here. I'll just scroll back and see what I have missed. Oh, Megan said when she was performing in the school choir as a child, we could not have dairy for 48 hours beforehand. I've actually heard that from singers. They say the one thing you shouldn't have before singing is dairy. I didn't even think about that when I'll try and keep that in mind in future for when I'm going to film, is to not have yogurt or any dairy. Deborah also came along with us on Saturday to our Cards and Cuppa Zoom, and she said she's using up the kit leftovers to make more cards. Yay! That's great. She got quite a few cards done on Saturday during our class, or our afternoon. Because it's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's an actual class. I mean, I'm there to help if anyone needs help, but it's not like one of my normal standard classes. It's basically just a get together and just have a fun crafting session together afternoon, really. Yeah, just an afternoon gathering. So yeah, oh, that's really great. Fantastic. Megan spent Sunday sleeping as well. Yeah. Yeah, Sundays are good for that. Hey, Helen, how you going? Great to have you here. And Julie's here too. Hey, Julie, that's great. We've got a few jumping on now. Yes, it was a get-together, Megan. That's right. It was a get-together rather than a class. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, so I have got some beautiful new products to share with you today that we're going to be crafting with. Oh, Kathleen had a netball comp all day on Sunday. Oh, no sleep-ins for you, Kathleen. Busy mum life, hey. Oh, that's nice. How did the girls go? Did they have some wins, or did they have some good games? That's really good. We chatted about netball a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? And I mentioned I played a little bit when I was young. Oh, you don't normally sleep during the day? Yes, it would muck you up at nighttime. Yes, if you have trouble sleeping. Correct. Yeah. Kathleen says, love being a mum, and they won the Rep Carnival in 10 games. Wow. Fantastic. Congratulations to them. Gee, they must be a good little team. Well done. Oh, that would have been so exciting for you. That's fantastic. Very good. Was it local games, or did you have to travel for it? Because if they're rep games, do you have to do, I would imagine there would be a bit of travel in that too. I know just when my son used to play soccer when he was younger, not that we had to travel hugely far, but sometimes we'd have to travel up the mountains or down the coast a bit. Or, hey Dimity, how are you? Great to have you with us today. Yeah, but I would imagine with, oh, they are, and it's their third comp they have won. Oh, wow, fantastic. They're good teams to stick with, aren't they? Yeah, when they're so, they have such achievements like that. That's fantastic. Very exciting for the girls. It was local this time, but normally it's away. Ah, okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah. It's nice when they're local games, isn't it? Fantastic. All right. Well, before we start playing, let me tell you just about a couple of things. I have got a class coming up, and it is using the Hues of Happiness Suite, which we're going to be playing with today, actually. And the RSVP, or the registration day for that class, is tomorrow, Tuesday the 24th. Wait, what's today? Yes, Tuesday the 24th. I had to double check. I've covered up my note. So the RSVP is tomorrow. Now, the card we're making today with this suite is not one of the cards from the class. And just to explain to you a little bit about my classes. So you heard me talk about my cards and cuppa afternoon, which is a bit different. But my typical classes are a pre-recorded tutorial. And what I do is I put up an advertisement for the class with all the information, and in there is a link to the registration form. So you click on that link, you fill it, you read all the details, you complete the registration form, and then I send you payment details. Or my regulars, they already have the payment details, so they just send through the payment. Hang on, I've got to kick off my shoes. I'm getting hot. So then you make your payment, and then what I do is I order all of the products for you to come to me. Then I prepare the project kits, and I send the whole lot all out to you all in one packet. So I call that my class packet. So that goes out to you right to your door. And then on class day, I email you with the link to the video tutorial, which usually goes between 2 to 3 hours, depending on the projects and how detailed they are. And as well as that, I also send through the photographs of each of the cards as well, so you've got them for point of reference as you're creating your projects. So that's how my classes work. Now, I do have a Facebook group for my classes. It's called Mandy's Classes and Workshop Group. And if you're not already a member of that, feel free to ask me about that group and I can get you in there, or you can search for it on Facebook as well and request to join, and I can give you access to that group. And then that way too, you can stay up to date with what's happening with classes. I also post in there once I've sent out those class packets, and all upcoming classes and updates and things like that. So if you would like to join that group as well and you're not already in there, let me know and I'll help you to get in there. Now, if that is something that you want to do, it's best to send me a private message rather than posting it here on this Facebook Live feed, because the comments do get lost sometimes in amongst here, and Facebook often hides them too. I don't always see every comment when I go back to view them. So if ever you do make a comment and I don't respond, please don't take it personally. I try to respond to every comment, but as I said, sometimes Facebook hides them and only shows me certain ones that they choose. I don't know why they do that. It's really frustrating because I want to see all of your comments. So yeah, so anyway, so check that out. So the Hues of Happiness class, I advertised it last week. I put another advertisement up yesterday here in my page, my business page, and it's in the classes and workshop group as well. So check that out. Feel free to go through to the registration form and have a look at all of the details. Hey Robin, how you going? Great to have you here today. Now I have actually got the link here for the class, so let me pop that up for you, and I'll put it in the comments here so you can see it. Sorry, just reaching over. Hang on, I'll grab my external keyboard because I can reach that a bit better. There we go. Hues of Happiness class. I'll just pop that in the comments there. Here on Facebook. You won't see that on YouTube later though, unfortunately, but feel free to send me a message about that, or I will try to remember to put it in the comments, the details of this video afterwards. All right, so that's that. Yeah, so check that out. The projects are beautiful, and as I said, the project we're making today is not from the class. This is an additional one for you. So if you're part of my class, this is going to be an additional project. Oh, I didn't tell you about the projects that we make. So the projects that we make in the class, we make 6 cards. So we have 3 different projects, and we do 2 of each of you will make 2 of each of those projects. I only make 1 on the video of each of those, but you'll have enough material to make 2 of each of those. Okay, so all good. If you have any questions about my classes, feel free to ask me, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. Alrighty, so also too, let me just remind you of one more thing before we get started, or 2 things actually. Anyone who is purchasing in my online store this month will get, as a thank you gift, you will get my May tutorial bundle with orders over $50. So every purchase in my online store, unless it's for a class, because for a class we have you know, the class packets and things like that, and you get a little message in with your class packet. But if you're ordering directly in my online store, over $50, you'll get a gift, and this month it is my May tutorial, and there's 36 tutorials there for you for free. Now, if you don't shop with me, or you are a demonstrator, or you have your own if you're a customer and you have your own demonstrator, that's okay too. These tutorials can actually be purchased, the bundle can be purchased for $28 if you're interested in that as well. So my project is on there, included in there as well. So if you're interested in that, then let me know, get in contact with me, and I would be happy to discuss that one with you as well. All right, now we have also got our special, Stampin' Up has their special starter kit promotion at the moment too. So remember that as well, that during the month of May, when you join Stampin' Up and become part of my awesome creative community, not only do you get the fun and the friendship that comes along with my community, you'll also, in your starter kit, you'll get a whole stack of free in-color products, actually to the value of $116.50. So for your starter kit, you get to choose $235 worth of product, but you're only going to pay $169. Now, it's not a predetermined joining kit or startup kit. You actually get to choose whatever you like to put in that starter kit, which is super, super awesome. Up to the value of $235, you only pay $169. You get free shipping, so that's the usual offer. But during May, on top of that, Stampin' Up are going to throw in the new in-color stamp pads. So that's the 5 different colors of stamp pads. You're going to get a pack of assorted cardstock in the 5 in colors. You're going to get a pack of the DSP, which has all of the colors in there as well. And you're also going to get a pack of grid paper in the in colors, which we're using a sheet of that today. I've got the Sweet Sorbet one out today. So if you would like more information about joining my awesome crafting community, we are called the Paper Craft Gems, because I do believe that everyone is precious and valued, and I really do value every single one of our team members in our beautiful community. So if you would like to know more information about that, then please feel free to get in contact with me, and I'd love to answer any of your questions. And just so you know, there's never any silly question, okay? You can ask me anything, and I'm happy to have a chat with you and answer those questions. And there's no commitment. If you ask questions, that's okay. There's no commitment, but I'll prefer you to have all of the information before making a decision, because you want to make sure that that's the right decision for you, that my team is the right fit for you, and all of those things. So feel free just to ask me. All right, so how about we get started? Now let me just scroll back through. Okay, awesome. Oh, no worries, Megan. All good. Alrighty. So let's just oh, the other thing is too, our annual catalogue. I forgot to show you that. So let me I'll just flick this page back. I've got a clear cover put on mine. I took mine to our local stationery store and got it spiral bound, which makes it easier for me. And I've put all my tabs down the side, and I've got all my sweets marked at the top. But this is our beautiful new annual catalogue. So if you don't already have one of these and you would like one, and you're not already working with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then please let me know, and I would love to get one out to you. If you already have your own Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then please ask them for a copy. I'm sure that they would be happy to give one to you. And so, yeah, but if you don't already have one, then let me know, and I would love to get one out to you. Now this beautiful project on the front, we're going to be doing a case of this one. However, we're changing it up. So I'll talk to you more about that one in a moment. But yes, if you would like a catalogue, let me know. I will put up my request a catalogue link right now in the comments. So if you're here today with us, or you're watching the replay, I'll put it right here in the comments so you can see that there. There we go. All good. Now what else did I have to show? Oh, I've even got the joining link here for if you would like to join my team during the promotion as well. I'll pop that in there as well. Put all the links in there. They'll all be in one place. You'll know where to grab them. There you go. All right. Okay. So let's tip the camera down onto the desktop and get started. And I will show you what we're going to be creating. So I'm going to cover up the camera and tip the camera down. So just bear with me for one moment while I get that ready for you. Here we go. Okay, so this will be a little bit noisy and clunky for a moment while I just get everything all set up and straight. Whoops, I'm dropping my adhesives, knocking them over with the cables. Here we go. All right, so we'll tighten that up, straighten everything up, hopefully. Okay, and adjust the lights. There we go. So look at this beautiful grid paper we're using today. I'll have to move it a little bit, actually. It's slightly a little bit over, so let's move it over this way. So this is some of the new in color, what did I say? Designer series paper. Did I say that? I meant grid paper. This is the new grid paper, which is really, really pretty. And as I said, it comes in a pack of 25 sheets. So you get 5 sheets of each of the different in colors. So there's the Sweet Sorbet, the Parakeet Party, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, and Tahitian Tide. Yeah, so this is the Sweet Sorbet one. All right, so let me show you in the catalogue the suite that we're going to be playing with today. So it's this beautiful one here, the Hues of Happiness. And in this suite, you can see you've got all these gorgeous florals. So in the suite, there is the Happiness Abounds Photopolymer stamp set. We've got the coordinating dies as well. There's just a small image of the dies here, which is the the Blossoming Happiness dies. There is a larger image on page 163. You'll see that down here. It tells you down here. I'm going to show you them in real life, so I'm not going to flip over to that page. You can purchase them individually, but you will save 10% if you purchase the stamps and dies together as a bundle. And there is one code for that, which is down here at the bottom of the page, and it shows you the bundled price as well. Then we've got the beautiful Designer Series paper. This is gorgeous paper. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And there's so much you can do with this because some of the dies coordinate with some of the papers as well. So you can use them in all different sorts of ways. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that today. And then you've got the gorgeous Glossy Dots assortment, which I have right here. Here they are. We're going to be using some of these today. And they've got like a holographic effect in them as well. Not sure how well that picks up. I've got them in the plastic still. I'll take them out. We're going to use some of these later, but they're so pretty, and I love that holographic sort of look to them. Really awesome. Yeah, so that's the bundle. Now, if you love everything in that suite, you can get all of those products using one code. Okay, so up the top of the page, and you'll see that with each of the suites, and you'll see the suite price there if you want everything in that suite, and that price includes that 10% discount on that bundle as well. Okay, so rather than have to put in individual codes, if you want everything in the suite, one code, you'll get the lot. All right, so that's a great one to put in a starter kit as well, and then you'd still have more to spend, more to add to your starter kit, up to $235. So that's what we're playing with today. Let's have a closer look at the products. Here's the stamp set. So it's a photopolymer stamp set. Now the images on the front are just shown at 90% because they need to fit all of the images on the case, on the front of the case. So the actual stamps are a bit bigger than that. The dies are the Blossoming Happiness dies. Now I've put mine onto magnetic sheets, or a magnetic sheet, I should say. There we go. Which makes it easier for me to use them because I'm constantly, you know, taking them off, putting them on. And what I do, just as a little tip, I buy these magnet sheets just from eBay in A4 sheets. I get them in a pack of 10, I think it is, for about $30 or something. And then I just cut them down to the size I need them. Then I put my dies on them and I trace around each one of those dies, so I know, one, where they fit back. I'm not sure how that will show up on camera. So that I know where the dies will fit back on. I can fit all of my dies back on, because you know sometimes when you've got a lot of dies on a die sheet, it's hard to fit them all back on. So that way when you trace them, you know where they go. And then I usually put somewhere on the sheet how many dies, which you won't be able to see that probably on camera, but I've got written here 11 dies. So I know if one is missing. So before I go to put them away, I always check that they're all on there, and then I know that I haven't lost any. Because so many times I see so many people losing dies or finding dies and saying, posting, where does this die belong? What set does it belong to? Well, if you do something like that, then you'll never, even if you just use the white cardboard that these come on, I would still suggest tracing around them. Sometimes if there's a certain set that I don't use as often and I might not put it on the magnet sheet, I will often trace around them as well, so you know where to place them back on. But this way they just come off really easily rather than trying to struggle to get them off that sticky double-sided tape. So yeah, so there's a little tip for you. The embellishments I already showed you up close. Oh, what I was going to say too actually about this stamp set is I love the combination of the fonts. I really love this cursive font. It's really beautiful. And there's sentiments in there for just about everything. So yeah, like best wishes, you can use that for anything. You can use that for get well, you could use it for birthday, anniversary, just for, you know, housewarming, new baby. You could, best wishes really goes with anything. And then you've got all these other beautiful sentiments as well, and that combination of the two different fonts, I just really love that. I think that's beautiful. And one thing I noticed today too, which I hadn't noticed, was these two little blooms here. How cute are they as well? I'd always focused on the bigger ones, and then today when I pulled this out and I was really looking closely, I'm like, oh, I hadn't really noticed them before. And there are dies to cut each of those out. There's actually dies to cut out every one of those floral images and the leaves as well. And now let's have a close look at the beautiful paper. Now, because I've been designing with this for my class, which, as I said, the registration closes tomorrow, and also designing for today, my paper is a little bit chopped up. So I've already set aside the paper that I need for filming tomorrow's class, just so that I made sure that I had plenty for the class. But let me show you all these beautiful designs. Now, these come in 12 by 12 sheets, okay? So this is only partial packet, and you'll get 2 of each of these designs in the packet. So I'll show you each one. I'll show you both sides. So this is the first side of one sheet. Again, you get it in 12 by 12. Love the color variation there you get. And then on the other side, you've got this gorgeous painted finish. It looks like it's been painted onto canvas and then photographed, which is actually how they created it. Then you've got this beautiful one here. And again, this is just half of a 12 by 12 sheet. On the back, you've got some more painted finish in different colors to this one. So you see you've got some of the same and then a little bit of different variation there. This one here is gorgeous, and the dies will cut out some of these pretty flowers, and see how you've got them in the different colors across the paper, which is super cool. And then on the other side, you've got that Night of Navy design, or background, Night of Navy background with a little floral design on it. This one's a very pretty one with all of the colors mixed in together. Very, very pretty. And again, you've sort of got, if you look closely, you've got the blues and the purples up the top end, and then you go down to the yellows and the pinks, sort of the, yeah, the yellowy pinkies. And this one's kind of melon mambo, so it's sort of like a orangey yellow. And then on the other side, you've got these little cross hatches in the different colors. This one looks like rainbows. Really beautiful. This one here is absolutely stunning. And this one you'll see, now the other one I have chopped up, so it's hard to tell because I needed lots of the flowers out of there, so I've already chopped that up. But just imagine that's a 12 by 12 with all the different colored flowers. Basically, these two papers are the same flowers, but just in the different color tones. And so you get 2 full sheets of each one of these in the full paper pack. Now, in my class that I'm having, here's the reverse side. In my class, my Hues of Happiness class that the registration closes tomorrow, you'll get half a pack of this paper, and it will be cut in 6 by 12 sheets so that I can send it. So essentially you're getting a full sheet of each one of these papers in your pack. There we go. You're also going to get a half a pack of the beautiful embellishments. So that's the papers that we're using today. And as I said, you can see how much I love this paper because I've already chopped it. Been doing lots of design with this paper. So as part of the class, you'll get a half a packet of these Glossy Dots assortments as well. Let's take them out of the plastic so you can see them a bit better. There we go. You see them a bit better now? See that holographic look in them? They're really gorgeous. So pretty. And then also too, as part of my class, this isn't from the suite, but this is an additional ribbon. But as part of the class, you get a full spool, or in America they call it a bolt of ribbon, which is the Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon. I love this ribbon. It's so beautiful and soft, and you can color it with your Stampin blends. It's just gorgeous. So we're going to use some of that today too. All right, so let's move on to our project. That's all the products in the suite. The additional thing that I'm going to be using today is just the soft suede classic Stampin' pad to stamp our sentiment. That's the only really additional thing that we're using today. Okay. All right. So I have already got some bits and pieces out ready to go, and I'll give you all of the measurements. I've got them here on my trusty little sticky note. So we've got, to begin with, a base of our white cardstock. So this is just our ordinary basic white cardstock. So it measures 21 centimeters. Sorry, 20, oh my goodness. 20, hang on a sec. 20, yes, I was right. Oh, I'm losing my mind. It's okay. 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. This one I didn't actually have written down because it's normally in the top of my head. And then we've just scored and folded that in half at 10.5, okay, to create our card base. Then we've got a piece of the designer series paper. Now on one side you've got those little flowers, those cute little, they look almost like little daisies, or I'm not sure what type of flower they are. They're very cute little flowers, little 5-petal flowers. We're going to be using this side, the painted side. And this piece measures 10.1 centimeters by 14.45 centimeters. Then we've got a piece of basic white, another piece of basic white, and we're going to be doing a little bit of die cutting on this one. This one's going to form our layer, and this one is 8.1 centimeters by 11.8 centimeters. Then I've got a strip for our sentiment, and I've cut this longer than what we need, just in case I have any stamping boo-boos. I've got extra that I can play with. But it's 1.5 centimeters wide, and you really only need 8.5 centimeters, but I've just got a longer strip at the moment, and I'll trim that down. And then out of that beautiful designer series paper, so the one that I had chopped up the most, the one with the pink and yellow flowers, I'll bring that back in. You'll see I've already roughly cut out, and we're going to die cut these ones, but I've roughly cut out some leaves and 2 of the large flowers from the designer series paper so that I can die cut them. I will actually die cut them more neatly than that. So I'll put all these pieces to the side so that I can show you what I mean. I will die cut these ones in a moment. So in the dies, let's bring the die sheet over. Okay. So in the dies here, you will have, now I forgot to mention as well, if you're interested in any of these products and you're shopping with me, you can shop with me via my blog or my website. So you can go to mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com or mandywitherby.stampinup.net, either way, and you can click on the shop button. If you go to my blog, there is some additional blog posts there with extra creative inspiration. You can sign up there for my newsletter as well to keep up to date with all of the current Stampin' Up! News, my upcoming classes, etc., any specials and all those sorts of things. And you'll see PDF copies there of the current catalogues and all sorts of things. So I always direct everyone to my blog, but there is additional stuff on my website as well. So you can go to both. If you're shopping with me, be sure to use my host code, and as I said, all orders over $50 receive a thank you gift from me, and this month it is my May tutorial bundle with 36 tutorials included from demonstrators from all around the world, which I forgot to say before. All right, so let me just show you with these dies. Okay, so you've got all of these pretty flowers, and as you can see, I've chopped it all up, but yeah, let's use this one. I've already got this one chopped up. So you can take this largest die and you can line that up with your flower. Oh, look, I lined that up pretty well straight away. It lines up with the designs on the paper, and you can run that through your die cutting machine and die cut that out straight away. So what I did, so that I didn't chop into other parts of the paper, and of course the 12 by 12 sheets don't fit through, I just roughly cut out the ones that I wanted first, and then I'll place the dies around them to die cut them. So we've got those large ones that will die cut. These ones as well, these little roses here, they also have a die that fits around them. Is that the right one? Hang on a minute. Did I get the right one? I might have the wrong one. Is that the right die? Or is that the wrong rose? I thought that was the right one. Hang on. Let's just see. No. Is it not that one? Is it this one? This one. This is the one. Here it is. This one over here. This one's upside down. This one might be this die. That one. I think I had the wrong die. There we go. I knew that one cut out. I just had the wrong die. So that one will cut out. That one will cut out. That one will cut out. And then the leaves as well We've got these leaves down here. So we've got a die for those ones. Of course, we'd need to cut them out one at a time because they'd be a little bit too close to cut them all together. And then these ones down here also cut out, these ones. So there's a die for those. And that's the same on the blue and purple paper as well. Okay, so you've got lots of options there with your die cutting. This one, I think this one too is this die. Let's see, I haven't tried this one because I haven't used this one yet. Yeah, there you go. So that one cuts out as well. So how awesome is that? Super cool. So there you go. So lots of options for die cutting your beautiful paper. Or of course you can use your paper in other ways as well. You can use it as backgrounds and in all different sorts of ways. If you like fussy cutting, you might want a fussy cut instead of die cut, but I know a lot of you don't like fussy cutting, or for some it's a bit difficult if you've got arthritis and things like that. So the dies are the way to go. All right, so I have got, as I said, mine already cut out. There we go. And we're going to die cut this white piece as well. So we'll do all the die cutting. Oh, I've got marks on that. That's okay. I'm going to cover that up. No fussy cutting for you. Gotta love that, Deborah. Yes. Yeah, I know. Sometimes some of us love fussy cutting and others just can't stand it. So yeah. So there you go. No fussy cutting for this one. All right, so what I'll do is I'll bring in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and we'll do some die cutting first to begin with. Okay, here we go. Now, what I didn't point out too is not only, put those over there, not only do we have those floral dies and the leaves here, we've got this beautiful background die, which we're going to use today. And we've got these two border dies as well, which give the look of a notepad. So we're going to use this one today. And we've tried to incorporate most of these dies in our projects for our class. But as I said, the project we're making today is not from the class. This is an additional one. Tina Marie likes fussy cutting. There you go. She finds it relaxing. Yeah, it is. For those of us that do enjoy it, it is great to sit down in front of the TV or with some nice music on in the background or whatever and just sit and fussy cut. So yeah, oh, that's great that you love it. What I was going to say too is the project that we're creating today is a case of a case. So it's so it started off with this project here, okay, on the front cover. But I saw a cased project of this changed up, so not exactly the same as this, changed up by Mary Fish in the US. And Mary created, now I just took it's a very rough copy. It's not a great one. It hasn't printed out very well. But Mary created this one, and I thought this was beautiful. So I'm doing a case of the catalogue and a case of Mary's and changing them both up just a little bit. To make it my own as well, but I got the idea from both of those. So thank you to Mary. If you are not familiar with Mary Fish, she's one of the top demonstrators in the US and she creates beautiful projects, so check her out on her socials. All right, so first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to start with this little border, the little spiral Notebound border, and I'm going to put the cutting edge, so that's the long, you'll feel it, the long raised edge on the edge of the cardstock, okay? So along the edge of the cardstock, and I'm just going to use some washi tape, which I've dabbed off on my clothes. I'm going to do it again, just so it's not too sticky, because when I first did this morning, my washi tape was too sticky and I actually tore my cardstock. So I couldn't use the one that I did earlier. And I'm just going to tape that along the edge there. And I'll do, let me just dab that off on my shirt again. I'll do some along the bottom as well, okay? And we're going to just die cut that piece first, okay? So let's put that on our little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I've just got the base plate number 1, a clear plate number 2, and then the cardstock, the die, and then I'm going to put another clear plate number 2 on the top. and we're going to run that through our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, there you go. Judy likes fussy cutting as well. Fantastic. There you go. Some do and some don't. It's funny, isn't it? We all have different things that we enjoy. All right, so very carefully removing my washi this time so that I don't tear my cardstock. Great. And now you'll see that we have that little notebook edging along. Well, that's going to be the side actually, not the top. But how cute is that? Isn't that adorable? When I first saw that, I thought, oh my goodness, I've got to have that. That's so adorable. Love it. So I'll just clean those extra little pieces off my plate so that they don't indent my cardstock when I do the rest of my die cutting. Okie dokie. And next, what we're going to do is I've actually got my base plate flipped over because I've been using this one for such a long time. This is my original one and it is starting to warp a little bit. I've had my mini machine for, oh gosh, a good couple of years now. But my plate is starting to warp a little bit from so much use because I use it all the time. So I've just flipped it over to help it to push back into shape again. So you can do that with your base plate, and you should do that too with your clear plates, is constantly flip them over and try and die cut in different places on your clear plates too, so that it lessens the amount that they warp. Okay, they will warp over time after a lot of use, and you can replace them. But yeah, they will last a lot longer if you do that. All right, so now we're going to use this one here. I just realized my light is reflecting quite badly off that magnetic sheet, so I might just move that out of the way. We're going to use this one here, and we're just going to lay this across. Actually, I think I had it that way. At a bit of an angle, like there, about in the middle, and we'll just, and it doesn't matter too much, doesn't have to be too accurate with this one because we're going to be adding things to the top, on top of it anyway. I'll pop this one through and I'll show you how this one looks when it's cut. Okay. So we'll very carefully take this one off. Being careful not to tear our cardstock with that washi tape. There we go. All right, we'll keep that washi tape because we'll use that again in a moment. Now, if you get lots of bits stuck in your die, because this is a detailed die, and this is our beautiful piece, how gorgeous is that? And there might be a few pieces stuck in there as well. So I'll show you what to do. First of all, if you've got lots of pieces caught in your die, what you can do is you can purchase the die brush attachment that goes onto your Stampin' Pierce tool. Oh, sorry. Yes. No, that's not what it's called. Oh my goodness, it's gone out of my head. What is this tool called? Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? I'm losing all my words today. Take your pick tool. That's the one. Take your pick tool. So the die brush attachment comes with the brush, and it just screws in the end of your take your pick tool. And it comes with 2 foam mats. So I just put one in a plastic container, and then you just roll the die over the die brush over the back of the die, and it will release all of those little bits of cardstock that are caught in your die. This one's actually not too bad. They all pretty much came out. So, but some of the detailed dies, they do get quite stuck with all the little bits. So there you go. And then, so I'll put that back on my die sheet, and then you can do the same with the piece. Now just be gentle on your piece of cardstock because you don't want to press your brush too hard into it because you don't want to damage it. And just do that over the surface of your die. Now this one has this design has some pieces that cut all the way out, and then some pieces that are just cut partially that you can either pop up or you can just leave just as they are. I'm not going to pop them up. I'm just going to leave them flat as they are. Okay, but isn't that just so pretty? So beautiful. I'll clean my plate off. See, you get all these little offcuts. And just clean that off. I'll give that a little bit of a scrape because we're going to need to use our plate again. We don't want any of those little pieces left on there. Okay, we'll pop that to the side. I just wanted to show you that one today. And all right, so we've got this piece now ready to go. So we'll pop that over to the side and we'll die cut our flowers. So let's bring our machine back in. And we'll just have to do one of these flowers at a time, but we can do a couple of leaves at a time as well. So we've got these two different leaves. This one I think I cut a little bit too close. That one might need to be a fussy cut one, I think. I'll use this one and I'll see actually if I can get the die around that one. All right, so let's grab our large die for our large floral die for our large flower. And let's see which way this goes. I have to line it back up again now. Had it lined up beautifully before when I had it down on the desk. So just keep rotating your die until you find, there we go, till you find where it lines up. And just line that up, and I'm going to pop a little bit of washi down to hold that in place. There we go. And we'll do the same with the leaves. So let's move the leaves up there. Line that up. Oop. Oop-de-doop-de-doop. There we go. I think that's about right. Stick a bit of washi tape on that one. And we're going to need another piece of washi tape. And then we've got the double leaves, so we'll do the same with that. So see how easy it is just to line them up. Just looking, here's my washi tape. I'll just dab that off on my clothes again first to make sure that it's not too sticky. It just picks up a little bit of lint when you do that and stops it from being too sticky so that it doesn't tear your paper. All right, and our other clear plate, here it is. Let's pop that on the top. Oops, hang on a minute, I'll line that up. There we go. All right, run that through. So does anybody else already have this suite? Let me know, and have you created with it? It's so beautiful. Any of you that love flowers, I'm sure will love this suite. There we go. So there's our flowers and our leaves, I should say, and our flower. And now we've got one more flower to do. And actually I wanted one of those other, the two leaves. You know what I mean, the one that had two leaves on it. I did want another one of those. So we'll put our flower on there first and we'll line that die back up with our flower. So anybody have this one? Oh, it's on your list, Deborah. Awesome. It's beautiful, isn't it? So pretty. Okay, hang on. Let's just keep turning this until we get it lined up. There we go. It's like a little jigsaw. Okay, so there we go. We'll put a bit of washi on there. And I was going to see that other little set of flowers that leaves, the two leaves. I wanted to see if I could squeeze that on because I thought I'd cut that a little bit close to the edge. Oh, I might just, I think it's going to be a bit too close. I think that one's going to be a, might get away with it. Oh no, I don't think I will get away with it. All right, let's find another set of leaves to cut out. I'll grab my paper. There's one right near the edge. Just grab my snips and we'll cut this one out here. Just being careful not to go too close to the other images so that you don't, you don't do what I did and not leave enough room for the dies to get around the image. There we go. Sorry, I'm doing that up in the air. Okay, we'll try that one. I think that one will be better. I'll pop the dies around that one. Yep, that's good. All right. Let's tape that down there. There we go. And our plate over the top. And through we go. And then that should be all of our die cutting done. Whoa, pop. Okay. All right. We'll move that out of the way and we'll put our dies back on our die sheet. Here's our other flower. So I love that with the catalogue, we've got all of those beautiful project samples, in the catalogue that we can actually case or at least use as creative inspiration to launch a project from. So as you'll see today, mine is quite similar to the one on the front cover, and it's quite similar to Mary Fisher's card, but it's going to be a little bit different. Just changing it up a little bit. Okay, so we've got all of our pieces there. Let's just pop that on, that up the wrong way. There we go. Put that over there. Okay, and we'll bring back in all of our pieces, and I need to do some stamping now. Oh, hey Megan, how you going? Great to have you with us. Julie says she has this suite. It's beautiful. Oh, that's great, Julie. It is, isn't it? It's so pretty. Megan says she has this suite. It's so beautiful. I just made a card and watercolored the flowers after embossing them in silver. Oh, that would be gorgeous, Megan. That must look absolutely stunning. There's another great idea for everybody. Thank you for sharing that. Helen's off to card making. She's got her card making afternoon this afternoon. She'll catch the rest later. No worries, Helen. Enjoy your card making this afternoon. I hope you have a fun time. I'm sure you will. All right, so I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat now because we're going to be stamping our sentiment, and we're using a photopolymer stamp set. So I always find that I get a better stamped image with a Stampin' Pierce mat underneath my photopolymer stamps, because it just gives that little bit of cushioning, because the photopolymer stamps are quite rigid, so there's not a lot of give in them. Like with our cling stamps, they have the foam built into them under the red rubber, but these ones don't because they're a clear stamp. Oh, I've got some extra little pieces in there. Okay, so yeah, having a Stampin' Pierce mat is a lot better. So I'm going to use the sentiment Best Wishes because I think that really is a great sentiment for anything. And I'm going to just stamp, ink that up in soft suede, and I'm just going to stamp that a little bit from the edge because I'm not sure of the length of the sentiment. Oh, look how beautiful that stamped first go. And I got it straight. Wow. I've got some scrap paper here somewhere. I was using it before. I'll just use that again to get that excess ink off my stamp, and then I'll give it a little clean on my chamois, my favorite cleaning tool. Simply Chamois. It's a great cleaning tool, this one. I do have a clean side. Let me show you. I really do have a clean side. Look. But I'm keeping that side nice until this one gets super, super disgusting, which it kind of already is, but yeah. So they do stain up, but so long as you rinse them from time to time under the tap. I usually rinse mine about once a week. I'm using mine fairly regularly because I'm designing classes and things too. And I find that it keeps it nice and clean, and it gets all that surface ink out of it, and then I'm good to go, ready to keep cleaning, and it cleans my stamps up beautifully. All right, so we've got all of our components here ready to go, so we can start putting this all together. Oh, we're going to need our ribbon and our bling too, so we'll bring that over. I've actually got a loose bit of ribbon I thought I might use, which has already been cut from the roll from, I think it was an offcut from another project. All right, so first of all, we're going to adhere our designer series paper. So I'll flip that over, and actually, you know what? I'm just going to use a bit of glue. You can use whichever adhesive you prefer, Stampin' Seal, Tear and Tape, or multi-purpose liquid glue. The beauty of the multi-purpose liquid glue, as we all know, all of us who use it, is you have that wiggle time to get it positioned exactly where you want it while the glue is still wet. You don't have that opportunity to do that with the dry adhesives. So that's why sometimes the wet adhesives, like the glues, are good to use. All right, so let's line that up nice and straight. There we go, and we'll press that on firmly. Beautiful. Okay. Hi Glenda, how you going? Great to have you with us today. All right, now the next thing we're going to do, I'll just cap that glue, is we're going to pop our die cut piece on the front of our card. Now on the cover, on the front cover, it's a plain piece of cardstock with the spiral down the side. It doesn't have this die cutting in the middle. Mary's rendition of this card has the die cutting in the middle, and she put hers on a bit of an angle, which I quite like as well actually. On the catalogue it's straight and it's off to one side, but I really like how Mary had it at an angle, so I think I'm going to do that with mine as well. I'm going to pop mine up on dimensionals though, so I'm not sure if Mary had done that on hers or not. So I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and I've got my minis and I've got my standard dimensionals, so I might use a bit of a combo of both because I want to put lots of them down to make sure that this piece is well supported and it's not going to sag. We want to make sure that we keep away from those die cut areas so that you don't see the dimensionals poking their little heads through, because this is going to be you know, sitting up off the card. So I think now I'll use some of the minis for these extra areas to just give them a bit of support, but so that those large dimensionals aren't going to be able to be seen from the front. There we go. So before you remove the backings, or actually let me put one more down here, you can flip that over and just have a double check just to make sure that none of those dimensionals can be seen through that die cut area, and I can't, so that's fantastic. So we'll take all of the backings off here. Now when Mary made hers, she used the she did purples and blues. I'm doing the pinks and yellows, and I'm using a different sentiment as well. And I don't know what colour bling I'm going to use yet. I'll decide when I go to pop them down which ones look best. Whoops, some of these little mini dimensional backings wanted to stay where they were. Oh, I've got one on that large one too. There we go. So I think I've got all them off now. Yep, looks good. Okay. All right, so we'll pop this down. And I think I like it as at a little bit of an angle. Actually, when I take my photographs of my projects, I always have them, I need to move that down a bit. I always have them at a bit of an angle as well. So having things at an angle sort of is what I like too. So there we go. So that's really beautiful. And then we've got our two flowers. So I think I would like to have them opposite their colors so that it's not yellow and pink on pink sort of thing. So I'm going to switch them over, and I would like to have one of them up a bit higher. I think I would like the pink one up a bit higher, and let me just position these, working out which angle I want to have them in. Doesn't really matter, but it depends on what you like. So I'm going to have those there like that, and then my sentiment. So let's see the length of my sentiment that I would like to have. I might have it even coming out to the side a little bit like that. So I think I'll trim this end first. Where's my snips gone now? Oh, I put a piece of paper over the top. There we go. So I'm going to trim this end, and I'm just going to simply trim it at an angle. Now remember, this piece is 1.5 centimeters wide. So look, now I've got another sentiment piece I can use on a different project. So I'll keep that one. And then we can snip the other end as well at the same angle. So let's get the angle the same and about the same distance from the end. There we go. So that's as easy as it is to make your little label. And then, yeah, I'm going to put that, I think I don't want it exactly in the center. I think I want it off to the side a little bit. And then we're going to add some bows and things too. And we've got our leaves here. So let's adhere down our flowers first. In fact, I'm just thinking which one would be. I think I like the pink one up higher. And will I put them both up? Maybe I should put both of them up. No, I think I'll put that one down flat. So many different ways you can do it. There really is. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue sort of in towards the middle. I don't want to put the glue all the way out to the corners because I want to be able to slip the leaves underneath there. There we go. And we want to be able to see some of that die cut. We don't want to cover up all of that die cutting. We want to see some of that. And I'll put some dimensionals behind this one. But again, not putting them all the way to the edge because I want to be able to slip some leaves under there. There we go. So we'll pop that one down there like that. Now we've got our leaves. And I think I'd like to do that, and perhaps that there so that you can still see those little bits there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue underneath the leaves there, just at the base. Now, if you wanted to, you could shape these as well before you adhere them. I haven't worried to do that today, but that would look lovely if you shaped your flowers and you shaped your leaves just using your bone folder. You could certainly do that as well for a bit of added dimension. My glue's getting a bit low. It was getting low when I was filming my class the other day, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get a new one shortly. I mean, I have plenty here, but I just have to get them out. Now this one, I'm not sure about this one where I'm going to put that yet because I still need to add my sentiment, and I want to make sure that that is straight, and I also need to add my ribbon. So how about I'll cap my glue for the moment. We'll tie a bow with our ribbon. Now on Mary's card, she had a beautiful double bow. I haven't yet learnt to do double bows, believe it or not. In terms of having double loops is what I mean. Of course I know how to tie an ordinary double bow, like when you tie it in a knot. But I don't know how to tie a double looped bow, so I need to learn to do that. So there we go. So I think I'll pop that down there, and I want longish tails. I think. I'll just make that a little bit tighter. It's not very tight. Okay, so we'll trim up the ends of that ribbon. Make them a little bit more of an angle. There we go. And yeah, I think that'll go somewhere there. And our sentiment. In fact, I think I'm going to stick my sentiment down first, and then I'll work out where I'm going to put the ribbon. Oh, actually, I'm just thinking of something else now. Oh no, I think I'll still do it the same. Might even have it coming out to the side a bit more so I can fit my ribbon over there. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. So because I've got this flower up on dimensionals and this flower down flat, if I've got this sitting up on that flower there, that side is on dimensionals, so it's already up high. So I'm going to need to just put dimensionals just under the bottom edge of this piece so that it's sort of sitting at the same height as that flower. So I'll use some minis, and I'm just going to run them along the bottom edge of my sentiment, and then the top edge I'm going to actually add some glue for it to sit right on that flower. Let me just check if that's going to, yep, good. I can pop an extra one here on the end because that bit is going to overhang onto the cardstock there. And I can, wow, no, not ready to stick you yet. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, my sentiment's getting anxious. He wants to be stuck down already. There we go. All right, and then we'll just pop a little bit of glue. And let's see where that's going to connect with the flower. In fact, let's put a little bit of glue on the flower petal itself. And then we can attach the sentiment over. So I'm going to attach it over to the side a little bit, making sure that I'm lining this up. I'm using my grid paper because I've got this piece at an angle. It sort of plays with your eyes a little bit in terms of getting your sentiment straight. So I'm using my grid paper to help me to line that up. And I think I've got that a little bit. If it's a little bit off, it won't matter because you won't be able to tell. Oh, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I've got an extra dimensional on that very tip that's overlapping, but it's overlapping this piece, which is already on dimensionals. So I need to slip an extra dimensional under there to make that 2 layers high of dimensional on that very tip, because that is reaching all the way down to that bottom layer. There we go. We just have to sneak that in under there. There we go. Now that's nice and flat. There we go. Okay, so this very tip here has got 2 layers of dimensional under there to make it the same height as this portion over here. Okay, because we've already got 1 layer of dimensional here, a 2nd layer of dimensional here. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so now we've got to work out where to put our little ribbon bow. I think if we sneak it in here, I might have to end up actually trimming those ends a little bit. Might make those loops a bit smaller. Can pop it in there, or could actually even pop it up there, couldn't I? I like fiddling with my ribbon to work out the placement, because you really can do so many things. Like you can put it in so many different spots, and it just depends on the look that you're going for, really. So you can choose how you want to have it. I might actually just, yeah, I might just put it there. I think I'm just going to have to trim the ends a little bit. So I'll pull that a bit tighter, make it a smaller bow. Pull that a bit tighter. Yep, that's better. And we'll put a glue dot on the back of that ribbon, and then we're going to trim up the ends. So the mini glue dots, if you're not familiar with those, these are great for adhering any small pieces, but particularly your ribbons as well. It's my favorite adhesive for adhering ribbon. And I just, depending on the ribbon I'm using, sometimes I'll take the ribbon directly to the glue dot on the roll. Other times I'll take it off with my Take Your Pick tool and just add it to my ribbon that way. All right, and then we're just going to pop that down there like that. Okay, and we'll trim up those ends. They're not going to be as long as I first thought, but that's okay. There we go. So we'll trim them up. Beautiful. And we'll keep that little bit over there. We need to add this leaf still as well. So I have a little bit more greenery there that I wanted to add. I was just deciding where to put that. I think there is good. So let's add a little bit of glue to that one there. Oops, that was a lot of glue. And we'll just slide that in under there. So that's coming out from the side there. It's a little bit more greenery. Great. And then we need to add our bling. So very easy card to put together, this one. Just the most time consuming part really is all that die cutting at the beginning. But after that, it's pretty easy. All right. So now we've got to decide on the color bling we want to use. So we've got the bright pink, which would match with the paper here, or we've got the yellow. So let's see. Whoops, dropped it. Oh, that really gives a pop of color, doesn't it? I like that actually. I won't press it on too hard just yet until we decide if we like that there. Nice. We can put another one up here. Yeah, that's good. You could even add, some extras as well if you wanted to. We could put one over here, and let's put another, might get another small one. Maybe put one over here, or up here, or up here. You could really put them wherever you wanted to. So many options. I keep playing with them to see where they look good. Maybe over here. Yep. Happy with that. There you go. So there's our beautiful card. Now the other thing that you could do if you wanted to is you could put one of these in the centers of each of the flowers if you wanted to do that. How about we add a bit of Wink of Stella? Everything looks wonderful with Wink of Stella. Now let me find my Wink of Stella brush because I was using it for a class the other day and I think it's in my class tote. Hang on one sec. I'll grab that. No, I won't grab that actually. Oh wait, hang on. No, I don't have it. It's out. I think it's out in the other room. I've got two of them as well, and neither of them are here. That's okay. I think they're out. Oh yeah, hang on. Wait. There we go. There we go. Found one. I think this is the nearly empty one. So we'll see. We'll see what we get out of this one. I'll just test it first on a little bit of scrap paper. Oh, there we go. So you can certainly you can bling up the entire flower. You can bling up just the centers. I think I'm just going to do the centers. What about the leaves? Let's add a little bit of bling to the leaves, hey? Just because we can. So you can add as much bling as you like. There we go. So let's just leave it at that. So there we go. There is my case of Mary Fisher's case of the catalogue. So let me show you. So that was the original one, and that was my one. So there you go. So a little bit different. So it goes to show that you can oh, you were watching from the start, Megan. The baby is freezing, so put PJs on and warm him up. Oh, is he cold? Yeah, our baby's been cold too. She's been so snuggly the last few days because she's so cold, but she doesn't want her jacket on. We tried putting her jacket on her the other day, and well, she has had it on a couple of times, but because she hasn't had it on for 12 months and she doesn't cope with new things very well, so she freezes and the floor becomes like lava. So then she just runs into her bed and just stays in her bed. But then the other day we actually got it off her, and then she was guarding it and she didn't want us to then take it away from her. So it's like, do you want it or do you not want it? What do you want? So so we haven't put it back on her since. Actually, my daughter was going today to get her a bigger one because the old one's a bit small on her. So yeah. So anyway, so there you go. So there is a different rendition for you of the same card. So as you can see, another different take on the catalogue, but I think that turned out really pretty. Yeah, bless her. Yeah, she's a funny little thing. She's her little temperament has changed so much, but she's always had the anxiety underlying, little puppy. So she's yeah, but she's very much the princess of the castle, may I say. she rules the roost just a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, so I really love that. It's really a very pretty card, easy to put together. Yeah, just really pretty. And rather than having, like a lot of the cards that I've seen, they've had the different colors in the cardstock going downwards. I've actually got my colors going across the card, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, but I really love that. How pretty is that? Gorgeous, gorgeous, sweet. So yeah, so remember, I've got my Hues of Happiness card class registrations closing tomorrow. I put up the link earlier. I'll put it up again for you, so that if you would like to take a look at the information on that class to see if you would like to register for that, I'll put that here in the comments for you. Then you can take a look. There it is, just there in the comments. You can take a look and see if you would be interested in doing that class. But yeah, registrations do close tomorrow. So, and this is not one of the cards from the class. This is an additional one. So there you go. If you're coming along to the class, then this is a 4th project for you. So I really love this one. I can't stop looking at it now. It's so pretty. So there you go. All right. Okay. So I will flip the camera back up so that I can say goodbye to you face to face, as I always like to do. So bear with me for one moment, and here we go. All righty. Okay. Just tighten everything back up again. And flip the cameras so I'm not on the roof. Last week I forgot to do that, didn't I? And I was upside down and back to front. I'll just adjust my lights there so I'm not in the dark. It's actually really dark outside now already. I'll have to get up and close my blinds in a minute. So there you go. So there's my pretty card. So I hope you liked that one. I think it turned out really nice. And I love that, as I said before, with our annual catalogue, you've got so many samples in there, all of our catalogues actually, all the Stampin' Up! Catalogues. You've got so many beautiful samples in the catalogue that you can get lots of ideas from. Like if I turn to the Hues of Happiness page, there's all these other ones as well in there. So there's even a scrapbook page there. And you've got a gift bag, a little gift bag there. Stampin' Up! Sells those little gift bags, so they're available in my online store. You'd have to do the decorating, of course, but the bags are available. And then you've got these ones as well. So lots and lots of ideas. So if you haven't already got this suite or these products, I hope that I've inspired you today to take a look at those. Maybe you hadn't noticed them yet. But yeah, they really are a beautiful suite, and that paper is just so stunning, so beautiful. So thank you everyone. You're welcome, Robin. Great, I'm glad that you all liked that. So I hope that you all get a bit of crafting in this week somewhere in your busy weeks. I know we're always all busy, aren't we? There's always something going on. But yeah, hopefully you'll find some time in there for crafting. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time today. It's been great to have you along. If there's anything that I can do to help you, or if you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me and ask me anything that you might like to ask me. There is a message button at the top of my Facebook business page where I'm sharing this video right now. There is a message button up there. For those of you that might be watching on YouTube, I will put my all my contacts, all my social media channels and everything in the instructions, in the details, I should say, of this video. So you'll be able to get in contact with me there. Or you can leave a message there on my YouTube channel as well, because I will see that as well. So yeah, so there we go. So remember, again, there's that joining offer at the moment for $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product of your choice, get free shipping, plus on top of that, Stampin' Up! Will throw in $116.50 of additional free in-color items. You get the 5 ink pads, you get the pack of assorted DSP, the pack of assorted cardstock, and you get a pack of the grid paper, 25 sheets of the grid paper, of which I was using one of the colors today. So you get all of that for free until the end of May. So if you would like more information about joining my awesome crafting community, the Paper Craft Gems, then please get in contact with me, and I'd love to answer any of your questions that you may have. So I look forward to seeing you again next time, Monday or at 4 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. I always have to remember now not to say daylight savings because we don't have daylight savings anymore. Well, not at the moment anyway. So I look forward to seeing you all again then. So have a great week, everyone. And as I always say, happy crafting. Bye.